everyone, it's Nicole and I have another layout using the Marks & Company August Studio Calco kit. This is the seventh layout using this kit, and it took me an hour and 10 minutes to complete. And I'm showing you there's not a lot of papers that I'm going to use on this layout. Basically, I'm just going to use that background paper, and then I'm going to use those frames that we got in this month's kit from Dear Lizzie. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of embellishments. And my goal this year is to get 20 pages a month, so that would be 240 pages done. So I'm just trying to get as many done as I can get done. And I think I said about 24 videos a month. So I'm going to, I don't know if it's going to be every day, or because it depends whether I'm working or not, and I'm hoping that on my days off, then that's when I'll catch up and do a couple of pages and stuff like that. So I am on vacation right now till January 13th I go back, but I do have a couple of shifts on the 7th and the 10th. But I have a few days, and I'm getting a bunch of things already, I wouldn't say scratched off, but started on my goals list, which feels good. And I still haven't gotten to get that planner, but I'm hoping to do that tonight and get that done. I did find one that is basically for a week, so then I can, because I like to scratch things off in my planner. I don't want it to get all messy. So then I'll have this one here, and it's like there's like 100 sheets, and it's a whole week, and you can put a whole list per like Sunday through Saturday, and then I can scratch them off. So I've wrote down the list for today, and I'm hoping to be able to get a lot of them done, like a whole week. But for now, before I go to bed, I'm just going to make my list for the next day. And I went on Pinterest and even found like a cleaning schedule, because I really want to get ahead of stuff and get stuff decluttered and gone. Again, we're hoping to build a house, and I want to have to pack as least amount of possible. We've been here for 22 years, so the kids stuff, I was really good. Like when they grow out of clothes, I get rid of them and all this stuff and their toys, but now it's just, and we did that in the kitchen a couple of years ago. We got rid of a whole bunch of stuff, but in a couple of years we were able to accumulate more stuff, so I just want to go through everything and go through and a lot of people talk about getting rid of their scrapbook stuff. I can't. I just keep thinking of how much things cost, and eventually I know I'll use it. And this template here was an Amy Tangerine template that came in the kit. So I'm just going to take the time and punch it out with that little tool that came with that template. And then I'm going to use some of the floss that I don't think it came with this kit, but it was one of the other Amy Tangerine. And I'm going to spell out the word love, and you really have to look at the template to see how it goes. And I'm not going to show you everything. I'm going to do, I think, the L and start the O, and then I'm going to turn off the recording because it would have been kind of boring. But so that's one thing I've been wanting to do. It's not, and when I said try a new technique, it's more, it might not be new to me, but go outside my comfort zone, or maybe something that takes a little longer, and so you just kind of don't do it because it does take a little longer. So I've done tons of embossing, tons of stitching, or using my sewing machine. That I haven't used as much as I should, but my silhouette cameo, and my Cricut, and like I have all these tools, and I need to use it more and stamp more on my layout. And I don't know if I'm going to do, I think I'm going to make the goals or the challenges on my Facebook, but I think I want to do a little bit more than that. So this right here, right away, I was like, okay, you've been wanting to use those templates on a layout forever. So just do it, like just take out the stuff and do it. And like I said, I turned it off because it was a little bit kind of lengthy. And when I'm scrapbooking, I'm either watching YouTube videos, but last night I started watching this new show, new to me. It's in its 3rd season, so it's not necessarily, it's not a new show anymore, but it's called Person of Interest, and it's really good. So I was only on my 3rd show, so I was watching that and stitching. And I just watch it on my computer. And so it makes the time go by, if I was recording, and it only took me like maybe 10-15 minutes to stitch it. It wasn't that long, but to watch it for 10-15 minutes would be kind of boring. So this is, I think I'm going to start the O and then I'll turn it off. So that was a nice pink color, and then I'm going to use my begonia letters again. And I must have, and that's another thing that I want to get done, is to do the journaling on the pages that I didn't get journaling on. And I'm doing better now because I try to do it right away or as soon as I turn off the recording or shortly after. And I want to keep that up. But I have a bunch of layouts that don't have journaling, so I want to get the journaling done on those, even if I just do 5 a day, and then put them in albums. I must have, not exaggerating, 100 layouts that are out of albums. So I need to get them organized and put them in the correct album. So there was 3 little hearts in one of those little frames, printed on one of those little frames, and I took a Copic marker and I colored it in pink. And I thought of outlining the word love either with a black marker or the pink marker, and I was afraid to mess it up because it's directly on the page, so I just didn't want to take a chance. So I'm going to use that favorite washi tape again, and I'm going to put it in 3 areas. And I usually put the washi tape horizontally, and this time I'm putting it vertically. And like I said, the only pattern paper that I used on this layout is the background, and then I'm going to use one of the pattern papers had 3x4 cards on the other side, and I took one of the sheets and I cut it all up right away so that I don't have to, spend time cutting those out. And one of them is a little journaling card, like I said, so I'm going to use that for my journaling. So I'm going to glue those down right away. And I thought maybe of using that gold star, which would have been fine, but there was nothing else that was gold on the page, and I didn't want to add another color. So I'm just going to take that away. So I'm going to put another cluster right here at the top right corner, and some of the little tags that came in this month's kit that you had to cut apart were, gray and pink, and so I used up a few of those. And then now I'm going to work on my title, and it's just Love NYC. And those were when we were walking through Central Park, and we came up on this little water area, and it was some people were on little boats and canoes, and it was so warm and it was so peaceful. I just loved it. And then the first picture, we were on that 2-hour cruise thing, and it was so peaceful, so fun. It was warm. We had such a good time. And then on the boat too, when we came around and saw the Statue of Liberty, I'd been to New York before, but I'd never seen the statue because I was only there for 10 hours the first time. I was actually on my way to Memphis, and we stopped in New York for one day just so that we could, and when I went was January 6th, so it was freezing cold. So this was so different, because we were in shorts, and it was just so beautiful. And then Grand Central Station, love that place. I mean, it's only a station, but because of Madagascar, and my son absolutely, loved that movie when he was little. And I remember the first time I went to New York, he was like, "Mommy, you have to go in Grand Central Station and take a picture of that clock where Melman, the giraffe anyway, put his head through the, the clock and And then I took pictures of, because they were showing some of the street names, and I did all that for him. And we went to the zoo, not inside, but outside of it, just so I could take a picture of the zoo where, where they were kept. And so to us, Grand Central Station actually was, we didn't take a subway from there. I don't think. Maybe we ended up taking one just because we wanted to, but we actually went there so we could have lunch, and the food was the best food that we had everywhere, like from all the places that we ate. It was so delicious. Like everybody just loved their food, and I wish I would have taken a picture of our food, but I forgot. So now I'm worked on 3 different areas where I put clusters. So one of them, I put that little journaling card. I put 3 enamel dots, 2 pink and a gray. And I thought maybe of bringing in that pattern paper, because the pattern paper coordinated with 2 of the frames. But I decided not to. And then the other spot where I put some stuff was I put a little tab with little hearts, and then again a few enamel dots. And then at the top I put enamel dots, and now I'm going to put some pink stars. And also I'm going to dig for another heart, because I have hearts on that tab, hearts on the other tab at the top, or the flag at the top of the layout. And I'm going to put a tag right here, or not a tag, a heart right here on the journaling tag. And also I took out one of my freckled fawn arrows, and I put it so that it was pointing towards the hearts. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my quick grip from Beacon, I believe it's from quick grip. I believe it's from Beacon. Doesn't say here, it just says quick grip, but I got it at Michael's, and I just used a coupon on it, so it ended up being like $5. And in Canada, all we have is the little bottle, like the 1 ounce. And then when we went to the States a couple of years ago, I went to a Michael's and got a bigger bottle. Maybe it was a Joann's or something. But in Canada, at our Michael's anyway, all we have is the little bottles. So these were some freckled fawn stars that we got in a kit. Or maybe it's in a kit that is coming. What I did was, when they had buy those for Boxing Day, they had, was it Boxing Day? No, it was Black Friday. They had $5 for scrapbooking kit, and I didn't want to buy 2. I just bought 1, and I'm glad I did, because it was already kits that we already had. So I was glad that I didn't over buy. So I already had that stuff, but I already started using it. But I think it's in a kit that's coming, and I haven't used any of it yet, because I'm a few months behind. So I'm hoping to be able to catch up. Like I said, this was the 7th layout, and I already have the 8th layout done, and I'm going to start working on the 10th layout as soon as I'm done this. And I'm hoping before I go to bed that I get to do another one. And now I took out some Glimmer Glaze and some Mr. Huey, and I added 2 different tones of pink to the page. And I'm just covering my photos with, these are the backing of the Power Glitter. It's just like a little chipboard, and Simon Says Stamp puts their alphas in there. So I just kept it, and I use it to cover my photos so I can ink up the spots. So I'm going to show you a few close-ups of each little cluster. And here's the stitching. And I really like the way it turned out. Like I said, it was a little time consuming, but it wasn't too bad. If you watch TV or something while you're doing it, it's not too bad. And that's it. The page is done. So thanks for watching. Bye.